Good morning. Today we're doing page 257, 258, solving equations. And the first thing I want to talk about is there's some opposites that I want you to keep in mind. For example, the opposite of addition would be subtraction. And turn that around, the opposite of subtraction is addition. Also, with the opposite of multiplication is division. And then the opposite of division is multiplication. And I want you to keep that in mind. It's not a hard thing to remember, but as we move in today's lessons, you need to be aware of that for understanding the problems. What we're doing right now is algebra, and that's something students are going to do later in junior high, in high school, and college, and it's beginning stages of it. And once you understand this, I think you'll enjoy it. The goal in all our problems here is to figure out what n equals. That's what we're trying to figure out. That is the answer to these problems that we're going to look at today is what does n equal? So I've got the first page up on the screen right now. And 1a, well, let's look at 1. The directions say finish these equations. The first one is worked completely. So the first one, letter A, that one is all done for us. And now we're going to do B. It starts with n minus 3 equals 8 times 2. And what we're wanting to figure out for our answer is what does n equal? That part there is what we're looking for. We have n minus 3 done for us. It's, what do I mean by that is they brought it down. And then 8 times 2. What is 8 times 2? It is 16. I'll write it in there. 8 times 2 is 16. So now what we're left with is n minus 3 equals 16. Now remember, the goal in the problem is to figure out what does n equal. So to do that, we have to get rid of the minus 3. To get n next to the equal sign, we have to get rid of the minus 3. Because our goal is to figure out n equals something. Well, right now we have n minus 3 equals something. We need to get rid of that minus 3. What is the opposite of minus 3? Well, it's plus 3. So we're going to change this to, and they did it for us, n minus 3 plus 3. Well, if you add a plus 3 here, you have to do a plus 3 over there, and they did that also on that side. Let's go ahead and bring our 16 down. And now we have n minus 3 plus 3 equals 16 plus 3. Minus 3 and then plus 3 is nothing. If I gave you 3 apples and then I took away 3 apples, I'd be at nothing. Or if you took 3 apples away from me, then gave me 3 apples back, it's kind of like nothing happened. So now minus 3 and plus 3, that leaves us with just the n. And now we need to do 16 plus 3. That equals 19, and so our answer is n equals 19. We need to check that, though. So instead of writing n minus 3 equals 8 times 2, because we're saying n is 19, we're going to go ahead and rewrite the problem, and that's what they've done for us. We're going to write 19 minus 3 equals 8 times 2. 19 minus 3 is 16. 8 times 2 is 16. Does 16 equal 16? Yes, so this checks. Now, that might have been kind of confusing. So before I do C, I'm going to go to 2A, and I want you to look at that as well. Remember, our goal is to figure out what does n equal. All right, n plus 6 we cannot do because we don't know what n is yet. So let's bring that down. N plus 6 equals 4 times 4 we can do. 4 times 4 is 16. Okay. Now remember, our goal is to get n equals. That's what we want to get. That would be our answer, whatever n equals. Well, we have a plus 6 here, though, in the way of our n equals. So what's the opposite of plus 6? Well, minus 6. So what we need to do is n plus, sorry, my n looks like a 17, n plus 6. To get rid of plus 6, we've got to do a minus 6. N plus 6 minus 6 equals, I'm bringing down our 16. Whatever we add to one side, add, we put a, I say add, but whatever we do on one side, minus 6, we got to do it on the other side. So a minus 6 over here. Since we did a minus 6 there, we have to do a minus 6 over here as well. All right. Plus 6 minus 6, we're left with just n. n plus 6 minus 6 just gives us n. 16 minus 6 gives us 10. And so we have n equals 10. That is our answer, and we're going to check it. It says solve and check. What we're going to do is we're going to rewrite our original problem. We're going to rewrite our original problem. But instead of n, we're saying n equals 10. Well, we're going to put 10 in place of the n. So now I'm rewriting the first part of the problem. 10 plus 6 equals 4 times 4. 10 plus 6 is 16. 4 times 4 is 16. Does 16 equal 16? Yes. So we know this is correct. If I were to ask you what the answer to this problem is, you shouldn't tell me 16 equals 16. I'm going to think, well, yeah, of course, 16 equals 16. But the answer is n equals 10. But the 16 equals 16 just allows us to check the problem, to know it's correct. Okay, let's look at B now. Remember, our goal is to get n equals. All right, well, n plus 2 we can't do. So first step, let's just bring that down. N plus 2 equals 7 plus 11 we can do. 7 plus 11 is 18. All right, the next step, we need to get rid of our plus 2. How do you get rid of plus 2? You do the opposite, minus 2. So I'm going to do n plus 2 minus 2 equals 18 minus 2. Remember, whatever you throw into the problem, whatever you add to the problem, whatever you do on one side, you have to do on the other. If we did a minus 2 there, we need to do a minus 2 on the other side. Okay, n plus 2 minus 2 is just n. 18 minus 2 is 16. So our answer is n equals 16. Now to check it, remember, we're going to write all of the original problem. N plus 2 equals 7 plus 11. But instead of n, we're going to write 16. So 16 plus 2 equals 7 plus 11. 16 plus 2 is 18. 7 plus 11 is 18. And 18 does equal 18, so it does check. That is correct. I would like you to try to, when you're doing these problems, line up your equal signs. Notice how the equal signs are fairly lined up there, how they're fairly lined up there, how when they do it, they have them perfectly lined up. So in this next one, if you haven't done that already, try to line up your equal sign as we do C together. C is n minus 8 equals 21 minus 4. Okay, so n minus 8, we don't know what n is yet, so we're just going to rewrite that below. N minus 8 equals 21 minus 4. We can do that. 21 minus 4 is 17. And now we do the next step. We need to get rid of our minus 8 so that we only have n equals. Well, what's the opposite of minus 8? Plus 8. So, n minus 8 plus 8 equals 17 plus 8. Okay, n minus 8 plus 8 equals n. Sorry about my funny n here. 17 plus 8 equals 25. Now our answer is n equals 25, but we need to check it, so we're going to rewrite the original problem, and instead of n, we're going to put 25. 25 minus 8 equals 21 minus 4. Now I'm running out of room on my screen. I want you to go ahead and figure that out on your own. And when you do at the bottom, you should have it saying 17 equals 17 and a check mark next to it, because it checks. That's not your answer. Your answer is n equals 25. But that just showed you that it did check. Let's go up to C in number 1 at the top. They did part of it for us. They brought down the n plus 4. 7 plus 2 is 9. Let's go ahead and put that there. Then they did n plus 4 minus 4 equals 9 minus 4. The reason for that, notice they put in a minus 4 there, so we have to put a minus 4 here. 9 minus 4 is 5. And so our answer is going to be n equals 5. Now when they check the problem, instead of n, you're putting a 5 right here. 5 plus 4 is 9. 7 plus 2 is 9. That's not your answer, so don't circle it, but put your check mark there, showing that it does check. Showing that it does check. And we'll be doing more of this in the next lesson. For now, though, go ahead and finish up the rest of your worksheet. And you guys just did the work that college students even do. You were smart kids, that's for sure.